Welcome to another episode of the 15 Minute a Day Cure. Today's topic, how to heal the mind, body, and soul. Hi, I'm Margot Staten of BeGoodToYourselfByMargot.com and welcome to my channel. Here I teach you simple strategies to improve your quality of life. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's jump into today's lesson. Specifically, we're going to be covering 8 ways to heal your mind, body, and spirit. So this is more of a holistic approach, right? So when we talk about living healthy, happy, productive lives, we need to make sure that we're taking into consideration our body, right? Our mind, and our spirit. So what that means is it's an approach to wellness that encompasses the entire person. Oftentimes what I find is that people will focus, for example, on their physical health. So they might exercise, but they suffer from severe anxiety, or they might have a mental health condition and they're not, seeing a therapist, they're not complying with their medication, but they're sort of addressing things in isolation. In order to be happy, in order to have balance, in order to be healthy, you need to take into considerations all aspects of you. And again, healing the mind, body, and spirit, and doing so collaboratively is the most effective way to do that. So here are 8 strategies that might help you, right? So number 1 is stop putting off making changes. We all have to make changes in life. It could be eating better. It could be exercising. It could be asking for a promotion at work. It could be maybe moving to a different location. Change will not happen unless you take action. So what you need to do first is sort of identify what unhealthy behaviors you might have, what you want out of life, what do you want to achieve in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 2 years, and then you want to set goals, and then you want to work towards achieving those goals. Number 2, eat healthy. It's very important what you put into your body, right? If you eat food that's maybe not conducive to a chronic condition that you might have, it'll get worse. When it comes to mental health also, diet, it has a huge impact. Eating healthier, and by eating healthier, I don't mean cut out, all cake, ice cream, and just like all joys in life. Food is important. Food should be enjoyed. But what I mean by eating healthy is moderation. It's ensuring that you're maybe complying with a diet regimen that your doctor prescribed to you. But again, food intake and eating healthy habits, improves your mental well-being and your physical well-being, right? And your spirit and your soul as well, because you feel so much better. Number 3, focus on how you want to feel. Oftentimes we are consumed by negativity. We spend so much time thinking about all the horrible things in our lives, thinking about how we don't feel good, thinking about how we didn't get that promotion, thinking about how, that person when we were at the line at the supermarket pissed us off or bumped into us or whatever it may be. Again, it's almost like we condition ourselves as we sort of grow older to only observe and focus on all of the negativity in life. And yes, there's a lot of it, but you're choosing, right? You yourself are choosing to pay attention to negative things. And you have to retrain your brain and you have to retrain your thought process to focus on things that are positive. What you think is how you feel. So if you constantly have negative thoughts, you are constantly going to be in a negative space. And what that does is it prevents you from achieving your goals. It might stop you from eating healthy. It might stop you from exercising. Negativity fuels negativity. Also, when we are sort of feeling in a negative or a sad space, that can worsen our mental health, that can create depression, that can increase anxiety, that might potentially mean that we're not handling our stress effectively. So again, it affects you mentally, it affects your physical health, and it affects you spiritually as well. So you want to focus on how you want to feel. If you want to feel positive, you want to do things and sort of redirect your thought process to positive things, right? And that, to do that, you can use journal prompts, There's a ton you can find on Amazon. You can read affirmations. There's a ton of things, you can watch YouTube videos on positivity like you're doing now. You can listen to podcasts. Again, there's a lot of different techniques and tools that you can use to redirect and sort of focus on the positive things in life. One thing that really works for me, and again, I am not immune to having stressful days. I'm not immune to negative thoughts. I've gotten much better over the years, but negative thoughts still creep in. Feeling bad still creeps in. Typically what works for me, and I've sort of developed this as a habit, every single evening before I go to bed, I write down at least one good thing that happened. And this doesn't have to be something monumental. I got a promotion. I found $20 on the street. I won the lottery. It doesn't have to be anything grandiose, right? It could be something as small as, I went to walk my dog and she did her business really, really quickly and I made it in time for my Zoom meeting. It can be something very, very little. But you have to retrain yourself to focus on how you want to feel. And most of us do not want to feel horrible. We want to feel good. We want our thoughts to be good. But again, every single day, maybe try this. Every single day, write down one good thing that happened to you today that made you happy. Okay? And you will slowly start to progress sort of into this positive headspace. Number 4, recharge mentally, physically, and spiritually. We work very, very hard. We live very, very busy lives. Our lives are constantly filled with stress, with anxiety, with crises. I mean, right now we're at the tail end of the pandemic, but at the same time, what are you doing to recharge? Actually, you know what? Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you recharge your batteries. What do you do? Right? Do you just kind of go through the stressors of the day and then come home and go to sleep? Well, that's not good enough because you're not taking care of yourselves. Your body, your mind, your spirit, all of those things need to recharge. You can't constantly be going, stressful. It needs to go somewhere, right? And again, there are techniques to sort of alleviate the stress. I'll leave a link down below to another video. But in general, you need to recharge your batteries. What works for you? What calms you? What soothes you? What takes you from extremely overwhelmed to kind of very, very subdued? What are you doing to recharge? How are you taking care and nurturing, your mental and physical well-being? Maybe you want to take a walk at the park. Maybe you want to listen to good music. I often recommend to my staff, take a day off. Sometimes we have peak seasons where we're extremely overwhelmed and it's stress, work. But there's only so long that you can do that for. So take a day off. If you can, maybe go away on a weekend trip. If you enjoy, driving, take a drive, blast some fantastic music, roll down the windows, but you need to do something to recharge. You can't always be going and going and going. You're going to burn out and you're going to crash. And again, oftentimes, this has to do with prioritizing other people and having responsibilities. Look, I get it. I have a child to feed. I have 4 different jobs that I have to tend to. I want to make sure I'm able to put food on the table. But you need to take care of yourself because none of that is going to be possible if you yourself are burning out, if you yourself are not recharging mentally and physically. Okay? Number 5, listen to your body. You need to pay attention to your body cues. Your body speaks to you. So have you ever had that situation where, for example, you're in the supermarket and all of a sudden you're craving a particular thing? So with me, for example, it's beets. I'm anemic. I actually do not eat meat. So periodically, when my iron levels kind of go down, I'll be at the supermarket and all of a sudden I want to sort of, pick up all of the beets on the shelf, canned beets, regular beets, it doesn't matter. My body's trying to tell me that this is a nutrient that I need. Your bodies do the same exact thing. The issue is that oftentimes we ignore them. So when you're hungry and your stomach starts making noises and that's your body's way of telling you, hey, I need fuel in order to continue to function. And sometimes we're super, super swamped and we just ignore it. You need to be in tune with your body. Your body speaks to you. It tells you what it needs. It tells you what it wants. You know, for example, sometimes your lips will start drying out. And then if you pay attention to that, you'll realize, hey, wait a second. When was the last time I had water? Oh, it was yesterday. I've been drinking coffee all day. So again, these are not things that cost you time. They don't cost you money, but you need to be in tune with your body and your mind. And that is how you improve your overall wellness. Number 6, do what you love. You know, when I talk to a lot of clients, their number one frustration is hating their job. And I get that. You know, a lot of times we hate what we do. We took it because of a paycheck. Oftentimes, you know, we have a toxic work environment. We might not like our colleagues. We might not like our supervisors. We might not, you know, like the service that we provide. But again, unless you're planning to sort of change your career, change your job, it's about finding balance. In general, all of this, right? To heal, to constantly be healing. And the healing process is a daily thing, right? It's basic self-care. But you need to create balance. So if you have a job that you do not like, if you have a job that doesn't really make you happy or causes you stress, what are you doing that you love? What are you balancing it with? You know, maybe you want to get a side hustle. Maybe you want to pick up a hobby. You know, I have 4 different jobs. I do not love all of them equally. You know, there's certain aspects of my primary job that I enjoy, but you know, there's certain aspects that I don't. But at the same time, what I try to do is, for example, I teach. I love to teach. Even when I had a really, really hard day at work and I am exhausted, I just worked a 10-hour shift. And then I have to go and teach for 3 hours, right? You would think, oh my goodness, that's like a 13-hour day. Like, how are you still standing? Teaching makes me happy. Being in front of my class makes me happy. Empowering and inspiring my students makes me happy. Watching them blossom, watching them interact with each other and learn and sort of absorb the knowledge makes me happy. So it's about creating balance. Teaching is what I love. It's not my primary job, but I teach because it's something that brings joy to my life. It's for me, it's soul fulfilling. So what are you doing? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. How do you balance your life? What do you do that you love? Right? And if you have a job that you love, well, then it doesn't feel like a job, and that's a fantastic thing. Most of us, unfortunately, don't have that luxury. So you want to make sure that you're creating some type of balance where you might hate one thing, but then you balance it out by doing something that you love. Number 7, schedule time alone. There is nothing wrong with a little bit of alone time. Again, oftentimes we're at work, we're at home, families, friends, responsibilities, obligations, go, 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 go. Like, there's just so much going on. For example, for me, oftentimes the only alone time I get is when I'm in the shower. That's not enough. You need to schedule alone time. I don't mean daily, right? If you can, that would be fantastic. You know, some people, they put their kids to bed and then they take half an hour to themselves, whether it's to read a book, you know, or to kind of go through, browse social media, or, you know, watch a little TV, but you need some alone time. It's good to reflect. It's a good way to recharge mentally and physically, like we were talking about for number 4. And it's a wonderful thing to sort of enjoy your own company. So if you can, schedule a little alone time with yourself. And sometimes you'll be inspired. You'll maybe have a problem that you've been dealing with that you couldn't find a solution for, and all of a sudden it comes to you because you're in a happy Zen space, because you're by yourself, and because you have time to think. And finally, number 8, be kind to yourselves. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. We abuse ourselves by, you know, constantly being what I term donkeys. So, you know, maybe we take on too many responsibilities. Maybe we're busy all the time. We're doing everything for everyone else. It could be you mess up and you are your number one worst critic. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, we're not here to be perfect. We're here to be good people. We're here to live happy, healthy lives. Cut yourself a break. take care of yourself. Do things for yourself, right? Again, practice self-care. And by self-care, I do not mean go to a spa. If you can, fantastic. But I just mean basic necessities of caring for yourself. Forgiving yourself for things that maybe you've done wrong. Having things in place to sort of reduce your stress and anxiety. Don't abuse your body. Don't abuse your mind, right? Don't abuse your spirit and your soul. You have to take care of yourself, and you have to forgive yourself for a lot of things, right? But again, if you don't take care of yourself, if you're not kind to yourself, if you don't first and foremost love yourself, how are you going to expect for other people to do it for you, right? And not only that, how efficient are you in kind of going on with life if you don't prioritize and if you abuse yourself? All right. So those are the 8 ways to heal your mind, body, and spirit. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and always remember to be good to yourselves.